Good morning, my friend, my business partner. This is Mr. Aishi Gupta, and I am going to be your mentor and your trainer and coach in this DXN network marketing business journey. And since you have just started this DXN business and you have completed your online registration process, uh, at this juncture it is important for me as the upline, as the super upline, uh, to have an introductory session with you, and that's the reason why this audio presentation is being done. So first of all, I would like to congratulate you that you have started this DXN business journey, and you have taken a correct step, because this business can definitely change your life, and it can definitely accomplish many of your dreams and goals that you may be having in your life. Okay, so the decision that you have taken, the strong decision that you have taken, that you need to start this business, and that's the reason why you have done your online registration process, that is something which is highly commendable. Okay, now uh, as during the communication stage, and when I was presenting the DXN products and the opportunity and everything related to DXN before you did your online registration, I have already shared with you lots and lots of benefits that you will be getting in this particular business. So I hope you have gone through all of them, and I hope you have understood and have at least a mental model, a mental picture of what lies ahead. Yes, it is true that at this point of time it will be a little bit difficult for you to know each and every detail. The details can be worked as we proceed further. As we proceed with this DXN journey, the details and the clarity is going to happen as we move further. But at least a mental model, a mental picture, a visualization is what I expect you to have by now. Okay, now the first thing first, if you are starting this business, you have some dreams, you have some goals. You should at least write down what your dreams are, what your goals are, and how you would like the DXN business journey and the income that you will be getting in this particular business, how that income is going to help you accomplish those dreams and goals. So I would expect that you at least write down the your dreams and goals. It may be on a pen and paper, you can write it down on a digital format, it's completely up to you. Okay, but you need to have clarity of your dreams and goals, because that dreams and goals is going to be the fuel which is going to give you that fire to proceed further whenever, because this is a challenging business. Okay, it's like all entrepreneurial ventures, this venture is also going to be a challenging one. So if it is going to be a challenging business, you need to have some strong desires. You need to know what your why is. Why do you want to do this business? Your why should make you cry. Understand? So you need to have clarity on your dreams and goals. If you have that, if you have those strong reasons, and if you write it down digitally on paper, it's up to you. If you write it down, you have clarity, then you will not quit, or you won't have interruptions in your activities when you will face challenges. Because challenges in this particular business, be it a network marketing entrepreneurial venture or any entrepreneurial venture, as I mentioned earlier, is absolutely normal. But it is your why reason, your dreams and goals, the strong reason which is going to drive you. It should have a driving force on you. I hope I'm making that clear. Okay, now once you are clear about your dreams, about your goals, you need to understand that this business, like any other business, is about getting access or acquiring customers and acquiring other distributors and building a team. Because that's what we do in network marketing. We do three things in network marketing. Number one, we do word of mouth advertisement of DXN health and wellness products. Number two, we build a team, a network of consumers and other distributors. You have started as a distributor partner of DXN, so you are going to acquire customers, you are going to sell the products to DXN products to the end consumer, and you are also going to create a network of distributors who are going to be a part of your team, and you are going to get income not just based on your sales, but you are going to get income from the sales of your team of distributors. Okay, so the second thing which we do is creating a network of consumers and distributors. And the third thing that we will be doing in this particular DXN network marketing business is improving the productivity of that network. That means we need to ensure that every person who is a part of our network, in this ever expanding network, every person who is joining this network, we need to ensure that all of them are productive. That means they also do the same thing of selling products to end consumers as fast as possible, and acquiring distributors and expanding the distributor network as fast as possible. Okay, so time is the greatest resource, and we need to judiciously use our time. Okay, so that's the reason why the third thing is improving the productivity. If we improve the productivity of the network, then you as the upline, as the super upline of all your entire network, automatically your income and your earning starts soaring. So you have to not just be a distributor, but you also have to be a distributor leader. Understand? So this entire journey is going to be a journey where you need to develop your personality. There's a lot of personal development that comes along with this entire package of DXN network marketing business. You will learn so many things. If you are struggling with being a good public speaker or being a good presenter, you will have to be a good presenter. You will become good presenter eventually. You will start having leadership skills. You will start having people management or people to people skills. Okay, so many there is a lot of upside, not just in terms of getting good earning potential, but also so many other aspects that are related to building your personality. Okay, so it's a total complete 360-degree transformation that we are looking at in this DXN network marketing business journey. Okay, so so that is very important that you need to know. Now now that I have completed, I have explained to you what we are doing in this particular business, and also the role that your dreams and goals are going to play in this particular business. The first thing is that you need to start building your list. You need to start building your list, because I have been mentored by so many people. I have been mentored by Eric Worre, the most sought after, most renowned international coach in the network marketing industry, based out of United States. He is also the co-founder of the Network Marketing Pro Academy, and I am going to share with you the official Facebook page and the YouTube channel, so that you can also learn a lot from him. Then I've also been mentored by Professor Vasupalaya inside of DXN. He has his DXN RBC YouTube channel. I've also been mentored by Deepak Bajaj, another top industry leader and industry coach, industry trainer in India. So I've been mentored by many people, and based on all of them have told me that if you are doing this particular business, and when you're teaching the new recruit, you have just started this business, you have completed your online registration process, the first thing is that you have to open your smartphone and see how many contact numbers are already existing in your smartphone phone book. You have to see your Facebook page and all other social media platforms, whether it's a WhatsApp group or Instagram or any other social media platform. For example, in several countries you have TikTok. TikTok has been banned in India, so I cannot speak about TikTok, but I know that several countries have TikTok. You can get a lot of prospects from TikTok. You can get a lot of prospects from Facebook, from Instagram, from different WhatsApp groups. You can get a lot of prospects from a YouTube channel as well, if you open a YouTube channel just like I have done. Okay, so the first thing is that you have to open your smartphone and see how many numbers you already have, how many contact numbers you already have. Now let me share with you some story of mine. When I started my network marketing business journey, I only had 250 people in my my phone book, smartphone phone book. Okay, and in Facebook, the number of friends which I had in my Facebook profile, I had only 440 approx. Now I have more than 4,000 friends in my Facebook friend list, and in my smartphone phone book I have almost 3,000 numbers, contact numbers, and out of which more than 2,300 are in my DXN prospect list. Whenever I am prospecting anybody, what I do is that I save their number and I label them as DXN prospect, so that I can remember that I have prospected them for, and I have presented the DXN products and the DXN opportunity with them. Okay, so I have more than 2,300 in my prospect list in my smartphone phone book. So you can see the journey that I have traveled in this DXN business journey. Okay, so when I started the business, I was working in some as a human resource executive. I am from a human resource management background. I've done my business management and specialized in human resources. But then I was not satisfied with the work that I was getting. It was definitely not the kind of work that I was looking at. Studying human resource management in the academic institution is different, and doing job or work in the industry is completely different, and it was not giving me the kind of satisfaction and the kind of independence and freedom which I was looking for, and especially the flexibility. But then when I started this business, and when I started learning, and when I was coached by my upline, and I was coached by all these mentors whose names I just now mentioned, all these people made me realize that this network marketing business journey is a unique system with a whole lot of package along with a lot of flexibility. So that's how it gave me a lot of belief and faith in me to continue the journey. And now that I have reached a certain level, I can see that yes, I have come a long way, and I would definitely love to continue with that. And this is something which I would like to share with you. I'm sharing with you to inspire you and to motivate you, so that you also have that fire in you and consistently keep having that fire in you as you proceed with this business. Okay, now it's a simple distributorship business, and we do two things as I have mentioned earlier. We are retailing DXN health and wellness products, and we are also recruiting. So now that I am having this introductory session with you, this session to get you started effectively, this session I do it with every recruit. So you will also have to do the same thing with your new recruits. So I would suggest you that if you are listening to this audio presentation as a student, that is absolutely great. You should listen to this as a student, but you should also listen to this as a teacher, because you need to teach your downlines as well in future. Okay, so we are doing retailing of DXN health and wellness products, and we are also recruiting other distributors who are also going to do the same thing, retailing and recruitment. So we are doing two things parallelly. We are doing two things simultaneously: retailing, recruitment, and every person who is joining is going to retail and recruit. Okay, so that's the best thing. And as a result of which, what happens is that collectively our effort goes down on a eventually, like for example, I have now a substantial team size, and I can easily see that the recruits that I'm getting, every month I'm getting new recruits from the work done by other people. I'm getting income from other people's efforts. The same thing you will also be getting. So see the advantage of this network marketing business. So this DXN network marketing business is basically a leveraging business where you leverage on the efforts of a team. And not only are you going to build the team, you're going to recruit people, and that person also gets the same compensation plan and the same opportunity to build the team. Understand? So that makes the system so fair. It is not that I am recruiting you as an employee, or I'm recruiting you as an employee of your upline or employee of DXN company. I am having a certain compensation plan and you are having a different compensation plan. No, every person is having the same compensation plan. Every person is going to get income and the growth opportunities as per the DXN marketing plan, which I had shown to you during the conversations which we had during the presentation stage. The diagram of the marketing plan which I had shared with you, that diagram of the marketing plan is applicable for everyone. It is not just only for me, it is for you, and it is for each and every recruit that you will be recruiting in your team, right? So that makes the entire system very fair and just system. Okay, so, and collectively we are eliminating labor out of the equation, so that we can start earning passive income or residual income. And that's the reason why people do network marketing, because eventually that is what we want. We want a cash flow of income which is going to give us financial security. So to do this, the first thing which you need to do as you begin this journey, and this journey is going to be a long journey, you need to see your smartphone, as I mentioned, and you need to see how many names or how many numbers you have. And as I mentioned, I have currently more than 2,300 numbers. So you may be having a higher number. I can show you people who have started in my team who already have 1,000 numbers in their smartphone phone book, and who already have more than 2,000, 3,000 people in their Facebook friend list. But there are some people who have just started this business and they have some 50 to 80. 50, 80 is very small. You need to increase your list. List is the biggest asset in network marketing. That is what all my coaches and all my mentors in this industry have told me. List is the biggest asset, because if you are going to recruit somebody, that person is going to be recruited from your list. Okay, so you need to understand that you need to maintain a list, and you need to maintain a list. If you are not maintaining a list, if you are not maintaining a professional list, then probably you are not doing this business professionally. You are not serious about this business. You should not continue with this business. Okay, now there is another audio presentation of mine which you can access from my YouTube channel, which is completely on the DXN prospect list building, where I have touched upon this topic on a deeper level. So I would suggest you to listen to that audio presentation as well. Okay, so you need to build a list. Okay, and then from that list you need to start contacting people. You need to start setting up appointments, and if the person is from your own city, you can even physically meet them. But as I have mentioned in other audio presentations of mine, I will obviously want you that the era has completely changed. We are living in a completely online, digital, internet world. I want you to do this business and leverage on technology, on the internet. So if you are belonging to the older generation, if you are belonging to the younger generation, any generation, it does not matter. You need to cultivate certain habits, certain online skills. And those online skills, those online habits are absolutely learnable, and it is definitely not any kind of rocket science or brain surgery. Okay, so you need to do that. So that's the reason why I always advocate and suggest people to maintain a list in their smartphone itself. Okay, in their smartphone itself. So that's what I am doing, and that has given me a lot of speed and lot of the speed and the throughput with which I can reach out to people has dramatically increased. So so it's this business is completely about building certain habits, certain routines. If you are starting this DXN business, if let's say you have opened a DXN shop at your home itself, your home is your DXN shop, your smartphone is your DXN shop, I suggest always a new recruit that if you are starting this business, you should do it professionally. I always suggest them to open an official Facebook business page or a YouTube channel, which I have done. Okay, that official Facebook business page is my DXN shop. That official YouTube channel is my DXN shop. Understand, my DXN shop is not a physical shop. That physical shop is not as scalable as my digital shop in Facebook page that I have created, or my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is open 24/7. Even at night, people are visiting and viewing my YouTube videos and YouTube channel or my Facebook business page. But I cannot open if I have a physical shop where I'm selling DXN products, I cannot keep it open 24/7. I need to abide by the law of the land, right? But then that does not mean that face-to-face or physical the physical model is over. We need to have a hybrid model. We need to have flexibility between both the physical world and at the same time the digital world. But yes, between the physical world and the digital world, it is the digital world which is far more scalable, and you can reach out and generate leads and attract viewers and customers faster. Okay, and this is something which I am telling you completely from my personal experience. Okay. And so that is there. So you need to maintain a list, and you need to maintain a professional list. You need to expand the list, and you cannot have a list of some 80, 90, 100, 200, 250 which I had. You have to go to a substantial amount of people. In today's world, having even 500 is quite 500, 600 is quite less. You need to go to even more than that. Okay, so you need to constantly expand your list. This entire journey is going to be a journey where you will be finding prospects. You need to, job is the job of searching. Understand? And I have already made an audio presentation on the 7 skills that are required in network marketing, and I am not going to touch upon that in this particular audio presentation. But you can definitely listen to that audio presentation which has been uploaded in my YouTube channel. Okay. So you need to open your DXN shop every day. Every day you need to engage in DXN business activities. Your home is your shop, your smartphone is your shop. You don't need a physical shop. But you need to engage in activities every day. You need to speak with people every day. Understand? You need to build your hot market, warm market, cold market, and expand your list every day. Understand? Because you have started a business, you have to do it seriously. You have to open and engage in business, even if that engagement is let's say for 2 hours or 3 hours, and not for 24 hours. You're not doing full time, you're doing part time, and you're engaging in DXN business activities only for, let's say, 2 hours or 3 hours. That itself is good enough for you to begin with. But you need to engage. If you're not doing it every time, if you're not doing it always, every day you're not engaging in activities, then you're not serious about this business. Okay, and you will not get results also. You understand what I'm trying to say? In order that you get results, and you get fast results, and in order that you can retire fast, in order that you can start earning passive income fast, in order that your income also starts increasing fast, you need to engage in daily business activities. So you need to have a daily method of operation. See, in this particular business there are no bosses. You are not my employee, you are not the employee of the company as well. Every person is a distributor partner of DXN, every person is a distributor partner of the upline also. Okay, so just because there is no boss, that does not mean that you are going to lay around and not do anything. You have to have a daily method of operation. Okay, you need to have some habits and routines, daily routine. Okay, and you need to engage in learning, like all the audio presentations which are there in my YouTube channel or whatever I am sharing in the WhatsApp group. You need to engage in learning. It is the faster you learn in this particular business, the faster you will understand the business, the faster your entire transformation of your personality is going to take place, and the faster you will start seeing results, and that has a direct impact on your income and your earnings. Okay, the faster these things is going to happen. So you need to have a learning desire as well. You need to be open minded as well. Okay, so that is very important. So you need to have a daily method of operation. Every person who is serious has a daily method of operation. I also have a daily method of operation. And another thing, nobody is your boss, but the calendar is your boss. You have to fill your calendar with appointments. Understand? When you are checking your list and you are seeing that, okay, I have some 200 names, your 200 numbers, you have to call all those 200 numbers and you have to fix appointments. Understand? You have to set up appointments. You can set up appointments in a physical space if the person is there in your town, or if the person is not in your town, if the person is, let's say, digitally, then you have to communicate with the person and tell the person when you can have a, let's say, a Zoom meeting with the person, or a video calling session with the person, a WhatsApp video calling session, or a Facebook video calling session. Okay, so you need to have all these things. Now, how you design that, what is convenient to you, you are the business owner. It is only by doing the learning. The greatest learning is actually in DXN network marketing business. The greatest learning is in the doing. So the more you do, the more you sharpen your skills, and the more you understand what is going to be convenient for you and what works best for you. Okay, so every time the uplines mentoring, or even mentorship by Eric Worre, Deepak Bajaj, Professor Vasupalaya, all those mentorship is very important. That I am engaging you in this introductory session to get you started effectively. This is also a kind of a mentorship session, which is okay, but then you also have to mentor yourself, and that can only happen when you start doing. The learning is in the doing. Okay, so you have to understand that, and remember one thing, that in network marketing you have to run, and you cannot expect that it is going to be a slow and steady. In network marketing, slow and steady does not win the race. It is fast and steady which wins the race. So you have to talk to as many people as possible, as fast as possible. Okay, so that is very, very important. You need to I will be sharing with you the audio book, and at the same time PDF of the book written by Eric Worre, GoPro. You can go through that book as well. Okay, so some personal learning also has to be done, as I mentioned earlier. So that is very, very important, which is what I wanted to share with you in this particular audio presentation, to get you started effectively, so that you can have that mental picture of what lies ahead. Listen to the audio presentation of what are the 3 components that are needed in this particular business. Mindset, skills and strategy. These are the 3 things which are needed in this particular business. Listen to the audio presentation on the USP, the unique selling proposition of DXN products, because you have started this distributorship business around the DXN products. You need to be having some understanding, some background knowledge of DXN products. How will then you be able to speak with consumers, right? So you need to have some homework and some kind of learning about the products as well. Okay, because that is also very important. So anything else which you would like to ask me, you can always ask me in the as a text message in WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger, or if you are listening to this audio presentation in YouTube, because this is going to be uploaded in YouTube, in the comment section also you can comment. Okay, I always want an interactive session between me and the new recruits. Okay. So that is very important. And then, because this is a business and every business has a certain there is a certain parameter based on which you will judge the productivity and the performance. You need to, from time to time, judge the productivity and the performance of yourself and the team that you will be creating. Okay, in the world of business, there is a term which you will learn. I don't know whether you have studied business management or not, but I have studied business management. In business management, there is a term called as key performance indicators. So in the context of a DX and networking business, also there are certain key performance indicators. Key performance indicators which is going to indicate whether your ship, your DXN network marketing business, the ship that you are creating, that you are constructing, whether that is going in the right direction or not, and the performance and the productivity of yourself and your team, because you are going to be the captain of your ship, remember. Okay, so I hope I have been able to touch upon all the topics in this session on getting the new recruit started effectively. And you are the new recruit, so I wanted to get you started effectively. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can always ask me. Kindly listen to this audio presentation completely, carefully, attentively, diligently, and always feel free to ask me in any platform that you find me. If you find me in YouTube, you can ask me in the comment section. You can ask me in Facebook Messenger, YouTube, wherever. I have already mentioned that earlier. Okay. So thank you for listening to me, and kindly stay tuned for other audio presentations of mine, and don't forget to get yourself trained, get yourself coached by listening to the other audio presentations which have already been uploaded in my YouTube channel. Okay, so thank you for listening to me.